Hi ladies, it's Ziva here. Welcome back to my channel, girls. So in today's video we are going to be discussing 4 major topics that have been paramount in my dating experience in my dating journey, okay, since I've been beneficial dating. And those 4 areas that we're going to discuss are entitled dress, lips, eyes, voice. So we're going to be getting into those things, and before we do, the link to my beneficial dating step-by-step guide ebook is in the description box. I don't know what this dance is, and my Instagram is right here on the screen. Underneath my last video I took a top comment, I guess, and that top comment is from Bianca G. I just wanted to share this comment with everybody because it really made me smile when I read it, so I just wanted to share it with you ladies. And yeah, let's get into this topic. And with this video, what I want you to do is actually write these things down and get a list going for yourself so that you have bullet points so you can just refer back to. So underneath the section dress, you are going to bullet point the things that I mentioned right now, okay? So let's just create a scenario first of all, and let's say that you are about to go on your first date and you are going out with I always choose the name David usually, so we're just going to keep it with David. You're going out with David, okay? So far he's ticking them boxes. He approached you in person or online dating, whichever one it is, it really doesn't matter. And you are going to meet him for this first time on an actual full-blown date. So naturally your dress is important. Your dress is important, and not just your actual dress, but your whole entire outfit is important, and your look. And the reason why is because that first initial impression is with your looks. There is no going back and redoing it. There is nothing like that. When you roll up on that first date, you have to put your best foot forward. And you only have one chance to do that, so it's about doing it right. If you want to date beneficially, I know that not all women on this channel like to date for hypergamous reasons, but if you're wanting to date for hypergamous reasons, if you're wanting to date just to have the best dating experience with that person, just to have the best treatment possible, whatever reason it is for you why you're watching these videos and why you want to have the best dating experiences possible, it all starts with your look and that first impression which you create with your outfit. Your dress has to be something that is simple yet striking. It has to be something that accentuates your body type. And I don't know what everyone's body type is because I can't see all of you right now. So it's very difficult for me to show one example and say one size fits all, because we are women, different shapes, different sizes, different, parts that we want to cover up, different parts that we want to expose. So it's very difficult for me to do that, but I'm going to say this. So my personal go-to is always going to be a midi length bodycon dress, because that way I'm not showing too much skin and I'm also showing my curves, but I'm not having my legs hanging out, plus showing my figure, plus having cleavage, because I definitely would be having cleavage out on a first date. I wouldn't be having too much like this. I would probably do from like a date 2, but I would definitely have some cleavage. And when I say some, you don't need to have more than about this much. And if you are flat chested, it does not matter. You can still wear something that shows your cleavage. It's still going to be sexy to men's eyes. Don't worry about if you have lots of cleavage, if you're more busty, if you're not, it doesn't matter, okay? But if you're somebody who is very busty, then make sure you don't have too much of your girls out on display. But the rule is to not do too much skin. Okay, that's the rule that I do on a first date. I wouldn't do too much skin. So it's about having the seduction element, because you have some cleavage, you have your body, your figure showing, but yet you are still keeping it classy with the length of your dress. And the color, it doesn't really matter, okay? The color of your dress on a first date doesn't really matter, because I have done reds on first dates, I've done blacks, I've done pinks, I've done white, I've done so many different things, I've done nude colors, I've done so many different things on first dates. I used to do solely black or red, and now I just do whatever I want to do. So it's more about going with the season, going with the weather, going with how you feel, going with your makeup, what suits your hair that day, what shoes you're going to be wearing. Everything plays a part. Maybe you've put on a couple of pounds, you might not feel comfortable wearing the white dress, you might want to wear a black one. So it's about making sure that you're wearing what suits you at that time. But the rule of thumb for me is always going to be a midi length bodycon dress with some cleavage, and that's literally it. So soon I'm going to be doing another clothing haul, showing you lots of try on things. Lots of you have been requesting that, so hold your horses and watch this space for that. And also with shoes, make sure that you have a heel that's at least 3 inches, let's say 3 inches, and you can do a little bit more if you want to, or a little bit less if you want to. Kitten heels these days can actually look really cute, so it's up to you what you want to do, but I would say around 3.5 inches is really good for me, and that's kind of the height that I prefer to stick to for a first date. So let's rewind and recap. You have now met up with David, and you've walked into the restaurant, and he's at the bar waiting for you. You're 10 minutes late, let's say, and the first thing he's seen is you wearing this beautiful dress, you walking in there with confidence, with your heels on, with your, your makeup done, your hair done. He gets up and you both greet each other. At that point, you get your voice going right then and there. And when I say you get your voice going, I don't just mean you walk in there and you're like, "Hi David, it's really nice to see you." No, we need to hear the sexiness in your voice right then and there from the get-go, okay? So it needs to be, "Oh, hi David, it's so nice to meet you." And it needs to be a little bit breathy or something. I feel like that's the best way to do it when you first meet up with them. So what you're doing is you're making it so that there's so much stuff happening in those few moments that he meets you, that it's like, wow, she's impressing me with what she's wearing, with her confidence walking in, and now her voice is striking me. It's like, wow. And when you're saying that to him, you're obviously hugging him. It's when you're first meeting him, so you're basically saying it in his ear, okay? And most women roll up on their first dates like this: "Hi, nice to meet you." It's like so boring, and you're rolling up there in a completely different way, and I'm sure he's going to be surprised and kind of taken aback straight off the bat. So you sit down and then you hit him with the eyes. Now, the eyes are something that are completely controlling. Oh, and I have another point that I want to add about the dress. I do remember that I have read something in the past that says that if you wear something and you're wearing red, if you have red lips, or if you're wearing red, it's more controlling and you have more power and more persuasion over the person who you are speaking to while you're wearing red. I just wanted to put that out there. I forgot to add that a couple of minutes ago. I'm a little bit dopey, but I've just put that in now. Okay, so let's move over. So the eyes. When you sit down with him, and David's sitting right here, okay? And you're going to look over at David and you're going to give him your sexiest eyes that you've ever given before. And you're going to have to practice these looks, ladies. You're going to have to practice them. Look at him up and down. And when I say up and down, I mean from his eyes to his mouth, back to his eyes. This gives the illusion that you are wanting to kiss him and that you are very, very attracted to him. And you're going to notice that when you are looking at his mouth more, when you're looking at his mouth, you're licking your lips. Not all the time, here and there. You're going to notice that he is going to look very, very drawn in. Okay, he's going to look very drawn in, and you need to practice this in the mirror first. If you don't want to do it in the mirror, then just make sure that you practice it with your phone, or even just just at home. Just practice doing these things. But when you're in front of this man, and this is a successful man that you're meeting, isn't it? This is a man who you probably want to date, and who is somebody who, you know, maybe has status, or he has something going for him that you like. So naturally, when you're in front of him and you're doing these things, it's going to come more natural to you. So as soon as you start it and you get that ball rolling, it's going to come more natural to you, and it's going to feel right. And you're going to really understand the captivating power that you have as a woman when you are using your eyes. And this is something that you do throughout the date. You don't do it continuously looking at him like this. You make sure that you do it. You'll know when to do it. You have to start trusting your intuition and your gut, and doing things when you think you should do it, when it's right at the time. Okay? But make sure you start it off initially. So you've done that, and you've even licked the lips when you've looked at his lips already. Okay, so 5 minutes in, David is hot and bothered at this point. He's like, who is this woman, and why haven't I met her until now? What is going on? And he wants to start impressing you, and he wants to make sure that that date goes nicely for whatever reasons he has on his agenda. And whatever his reasons are, they really don't matter right now. The only thing that you should be focusing on is the wow factor and what your agenda is. So his agenda really is none of your concern. As you are getting to know him, we've already spoken about conversation on first dates. I'm not going to bore you ladies right now with that. I feel as though you know what to do. So as you're talking, you're allowing this man to lead. And just make sure that you are a bit tactile with him, not too much, but definitely a little bit. If your knees are touching, let your knees stay there and touch his. And just make sure that you keep the eye contact going, you keep up your feminine voice control, whether you're wanting to make your voice softer or whether you're wanting to make it sound more sultry and more seductive. I say that you need to have a mix of both. That's what I do. I know that there are women that naturally have deeper voices, which can be very sexy as well, like a Toni Braxton or Mariah Carey type of voice, which is very flattering. So if you have a voice like that, you are very lucky, honey, and just keep that going because you're good. But if you don't, and you have a middle of the road kind of voice like me, then get your feminine voice control going, because it's going to help you out on that date to captivate this man and to get the attention that you deserve on that date, which will hopefully lead to beneficial dating with this man, okay? Because that's your goal, probably. So as your date continues, you want to make sure that you continue doing the eyes, the lips, and the feminine voice control. I will link in the description box my video for how to flirt on a date. I will also link my feminine voice control videos. I have 2 of those, and anything else that I think is necessary for you ladies to watch. The first date playlist, and also my dating playlist and my femininity playlist. I will link all of those in the description box, because all of those videos within those playlists are going to help you out a lot. What you'll find is that throughout your date, when you are making that eye contact with him and you're looking at him like you want to eat him, like you really want to eat this man, when you're looking at him like that, it's going to be very intriguing, and you want to make sure as well that you're looking at him up and look at his chest, go around to his shoulders, and then make eye contact with him again. And I'm telling you, when you do this, it makes them feel like, wow, she, you know, I'm impressing her, she likes the way I look, and it makes him want to up the ante. That is what I've noticed anyway. Makes him want to up the you know, maybe the what he would have wanted to have paid for a bottle of wine, let's say. It's going to make him want to up the ante and impress you more, because you are making him feel like the best man he's ever felt like on a date. You're ego boosting with your eyes. You don't even need to say it. You're ego boosting with your eyes. And for me, these 4 areas have been amazing for me when it comes to dating and my dating experiences and knocking my first dates out of the park, when I make sure that I know my drink limit. If you watch one of my videos, one of my story times, then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's this video. I don't want to keep on banging on, honey. It's been a couple of minutes, so with that being said, I'm going to love you ladies and leave you here. Make sure that you have hit that notification bell. Make sure that you comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about these 4 areas, and also let me know if you're already using them, or maybe what you do on a first date to make sure that you are giving that wow factor straight off the bat, because we need to know. We need to discuss it in the comments. Obviously, there are areas that I haven't spoken about, perfume, la la la. I feel as though these are things that I bang on about on a constant basis, so I haven't gone into that on this video. It's more just about those 4 key points that I have found that have made me the world of difference when it comes to captivating my first dates and allowing me to have more chance and more potential of making it beneficial in the end. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to love you ladies and leave you here, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you ladies in my next video next week on Sunday.